Hello.
Hello, welcome back to this session, this space of having this conversation. Yeah, Alex,
Yes.
karibu sana.
Asante.
Karibu sana and welcome once more.
Thank you.
Maybe we are looking at resilience. Resilience. What comes to mind? What comes to mind when you hear resilience, when you think resilience? Your word.
Kwa kuwa hadi.
Kuwa hard, eh?
Kuwa hard. Being able to like bounce back from something, like just being hardy. I think that is what comes to mind when we talk about resilience.
Yeah, it has a connotation of bouncing back from a setback, a challenge, something you've gone through, something that has happened, something that maybe caught you off guard, a season of that caught you off guard, a duration, an event, maybe a death of a loved one, loss of a job. The setbacks can come from very many challenges. So now they get us and we go down. And sometimes we go down. Tunashindwa kuinuka.
Piga kabisa.
Kabisa inakupiga. And look at the world today. COVID is one thing that really came and really tested all our resilience, because so many things were happening around that time. Losses of job. There was a lot of loss of lives. There was a lot of loss of status.
Yes.
There was
Opportunities lost.
Opportunities got lost. Relationships zilichapwa. Can you imagine lockdown? I had someone who called and said during lockdown ilitupata tukiwa na chali yake, of course chali na dem, and maybe the chick had gone to visit. And here is lockdown, you can't go back, and so this is the time now, of course now by virtue of being there, some naishi pamoja, and you're realizing what, this is who you are. Yeah, so by the time lockdown ifunguliwe pia relationship ilifunguka. Kaishi hapo. Yeah, so the setbacks are so many, and so that ability to bounce back. I like using a rubber band. Una stretch, sina moja sahi, but there's a way you stretch that elasticity, and then it comes back, but haija come back kama imeisha. So that's just generally what resilience is. We all have different capabilities. Enough times parents nowadays are saying, kwani watoto wetu siku hizi wana resilience, kwani youth wa siku hizi wana resilience. Is it the fiber of today? Is it the environment? Is it the genetics? What is it? And the inability to have that capacity to bounce back can really leave an individual in a very not very nice space mentally. Mentally, again, we bring in the aspect of mental health. Because mental health zapata zinaendanisha pamoja. Because if I lack resilience, I lack that fiber to pick myself up again, to realize all is not lost, all is not, it's not that bad. Maybe I'm still alive. Maybe I still have, like, picking up my broken pieces and actually taking those broken pieces and coming up with a mosaic of something. So that's what I wanted us to just have a conversation around. And maybe I can pose it to you. Maybe what is this challenge when you think of that either got you or you found yourself in? Nika kuchapa tu vizuri, by the way.
Piga down.
Kuchapa down, uko down. Because again, when we bring our scenarios out there, then people can relate, people can realize, yeah, it's not just weak to go down. But then again, when I'm down, how do I bring myself up? Maybe what are you relating with?
So many things are coming to mind when it comes to what you're talking about, just resilience and just everything around it. And I'm even just looking at it also in the point of being a young man or being a man,
Yeah.
it has also been, I think, a big problem when it comes to just finding people who want to just, how do I get myself back from a place where, from a place of darkness, and then how do I find my way? And
Back
you've
to the
talked-
light.
Yes, and you've talked of even just how how our generation is. Because even I remember we were talking some time back, and we were just asking ourselves, like, is it that the mental cases and mental issues are they rising?
The question comes: is it that are we becoming more aware?
Yes.
Are there more reports being done,
Yes.
or is it that the cases are more?
Yes.
And the perspectives can be very different, because now you look around and people are like, maybe before we go to that, I want you to tell us one thing, any scenario that you remember that may have or almost took you down, and either one, maybe you can come up with, did you find yourself rising, or did you just, because sometimes it's true, some scenarios come na tunashindwa kuinuka, tunashindwa kurudi mali tulikuwa.
I think at 2020,
the year that was.
The year was, but I think the end of it. I think for me, I usually tell someone I started a business in 2019, close to October. So like I was ready for 2020, and like me, like starting.
I'm picking up.
Like
I'm rolling up.
March, lockdown.
2020.
Interestingly, I got some businesses during 2020, which was I think that was just God for me. Going to the end, then I think that is where the difference came. Getting to 2021, I think I had also involved myself in so many things, and you really are expecting some kind of maybe returns from them. I had made some investments, and you like you are anxious, and you have a small business.
Ukipanda unataka kuvuna.
Yes. You are expecting so much from it. And then at the end of the year, I think going to November, December, that is when it really hit me. That, I don't think if things are not going the way I
This is 2019 or 2020?
This is 2021 now. I think the end of 2020, end of 2020, the year now going to 2021. Then you see, you are like really expectant of now. I think I think that because we've passed through a pandemic and there is opening, but even with the opening, I think the responses that you are getting are not still what.
So this is in relation to the business itself,
and also just life in general. You really have different things that you really want to work.
Maybe what business ulikuwa umefungua gani?
I have a small a cleaning company.
There's no small company.
I have a big company.
CEO. Nothing is small. Never underrate yourself. Never minimize yourself. The big ones started there.
So I do own.
Yes.
A
he
big
owns
company.
Kiro Clean. CEO Kiro Clean. Acha kujidharau hapa.
Humble beginnings.
Humble beginnings.
But I do own a cleaning company. We do services such as cleaning, and we have a slogan where you name it, we clean it.
You name it, we clean it.
So
Ukuta, curtains, viti. Maybe it's a moment to market yourself. Bungoja kidogo. Kiro Clean, CEO Kiro Clean is here. What do we do?
We come to help you clean your
What
spaces.
do you clean?
We do seats. We do carpets.
Carpets.
And we do home general cleaning.
From the roof
to every single thing.
The walls.
We can
curtains,
come.
Duvets.
We can come and actually even arrange, decluster your wardrobe.
Hoarders wenye tuko tuna vitu mingi, vitu mob.
Tusaidie kupanga. That is a service that we usually do again. If you are home general cleaning, just
one of those days you just want fumigating. The other day you did some fumigating for me.
Yes.
Wow, don't worry what you are fumigating. Yeah, but they do
We
fumigate.
do fumigation. And we recently got into
mosquitoes,
office,
cockroaches, all those things. It's fumigating.
office cleaning.
Wow.
We recently
wow.
got into office cleaning.
That's growth. That's growth.
We are also getting ourselves into that corporate world, just corporate market, and that is an area that we want to get into. So just
journey to China starts with a single step.
Oh yes.
Yes.
It has been a wonderful journey. I will not say it has been.
So yeah, I just wanted you to market yourself there. So that's good. So now this was born during pandemic during the COVID era, the mask era, where people don't want you in their homes.
Yes.
You've done your investment. Nothing is coming up. You stay a whole day, no one is calling. Unajaribu kuweka kwa status, unajaribu kuweka digital marketing, no one is calling. Now, how was that for you?
It was interesting because even at that time, I think my dad had retired. So you were in a place where you have to just have to find yourself. Like there is nothing like there are other places you can actually get resources from. You just have to get yourself
it's now or now.
Yes, and just having that expectation of also something that you're building, you would expect it to grow, and you have people who are also really they're actually looking at you, and they really see that, oh, but this guy amefika mahali.
Maybe at this time when you're trying to come up, it's COVID time.
Yes.
Like you say, maybe your dad had retired.
Yes.
And you're the man in the house. So unabova hizi viatu, kuzalishwa viatu, alafu were there people maybe discouraging you, maybe asking what's wrong with you, what is that you're starting, how are you starting something during this time, you're investing in this? Any
I think one
voices?
Which I remember to date, I think I think it was the first week I met someone who, let me say I know them.
Bana, it's okay.
I know them, and I just told them about my business. He was like, okay, how do you do? Nikwambia I've started this, nini. Because I gave them a card. And the first thing that they were like,
card.
Kiro clean. Kwani ni insurance unauza? So I was like, kwanza sasa insurance and cleaning
zinatokana wapi? Na hata kama ni insurance unauza, sasa chukue tu kadi.
Then I told him, the prices that I'm doing, ashakwambia hata kuna mtu najua ako sijui mahali
na ufanya cheaper,
yake ni cheaper, mbona usikue hivyo? And even he didn't even give me a job, but like
just trying to put you down, just putting you down.
Such comments were like, guys, sasa. And I've started. I'm psyched up.
Extinguisher.
Yeah, I've done everything. Like this is the time I'm getting myself into the world of just.
And you even maybe expecting just like a good word.
Yes.
Just throw in a good word. Yeah. Encourage someone.
Yeah, please, if you have a friend.
No, don't compare.
But if you have a friend who is just starting a business out there, just encourage them, and just even if you don't have to buy anything from them, just tell them.
But they don't have to buy, but just that word, there's power in the tongue.
Yes.
There's power in the tongue, and just telling this person, wow, it's good, because again, opinions.
Yes.
Opinions zimejaa kwa market, na ma opinions zingine zinaweza zitafanya hata uende chini na ukose kuinuka. So I can imagine maybe you had a lot of that.
Yeah. So I think getting it, because that was now like the second year. You see, you oversessed it during COVID. We say, now getting into December, like so many things happened. I think getting to the end of December, personal life, and also just in business, and you're not getting the returns that you're actually getting, and you really feel so drained.
You've put in a lot.
Yes. And then there's also a comment that you get from people who, like you, there's someone I was helping through that year. Unasaidiana too. And then you hear a comment, yes, I don't know, it was just from someone else, and you're like, mtu hata yuko serious. And you are like you get comments,
Maybe one of the comments, just bring it out, let's hear it.
Like one actually said, I think Alex is not serious with what he's doing. and it's someone that you really trusted.
It's someone you're looking up to,
you're
someone
looking
at
up
least
to,
when you imagine they'll be your crutch when you're down.
You could have done something different or something.
And they're not telling you what you could have done. So, they're not even knowing your passion. They're not knowing your abilities.
So it really broke me to the point of December. I decided, actually, I think the end of December 2022. For me, when I feel so drained, I usually like traveling home.
Shags.
And I got shags. So I think
Safari I masafa marefu.
I don't know what happened, but just opportunities presented themselves. I traveled actually 6 times. December.
Okay, were you traveling because unataka kwenda ku hibernate?
The first one
recharge, ama because
the first one actually was actually just to go and just to hibernate and then come back for a week. Coming back to Nairobi, I think my aunt, there's someone who told me I need to take them there. I love driving, so it was also an opportunity for me to just I was going, coming back, and then there's someone else tells me, oh, but then and also it was also an opportunity for me to also get some few coins because being the driver. Actually, it was easy for it was actually the time that was opened that so people were able
and people
to
don't want to move up and down.
So it was like, you would help us move this. So I enjoyed it. After the point that I just said I did not even want to come back to Nairobi. Even if someone just tells me, can we go? And I'll be like, let's go. Because there's a week that I actually made, I think 2 trips. Kwetu si karibu.
Kwenye masafa marefu.
Close to 6-7 hours drive. Going and coming back. But you just want to be out there, just to think about the things which are different than
maybe as you're out there, were you trying to lock out the voices telling you what did you mean going into this business?
Yes. And even getting just finding perspective of life, of how would I face now 2022, you just being expectant, and you just okay, I'm going getting to that. Is it something that I still want to do? Is it something that
much discouragement, so many voices, yet deep inside you know what you want to do. You know that it won't grow in one day, but you just desire people out there at least to wakubelieve, wakusaidia kujibelieve, because you already believe yourself. There's that moment you believe yourself, you know what you know your abilities, but then again people just help put you. People actually take you and package you into a setback. Wanakusaidia kukufungia kwa box.
I think from all that, the only thing that I think, even as you're talking about just being, I think we talked recently about being vulnerable to people. I think one attribute that made me even just that I really enjoyed out of the experience is actually my parents first, because staying with them and they were like, okay, man, hey, how is business? Just keep
that
at
it.
Getting affirmation of just keep at it. At least you are able to do 1, 2, 3 things. This year to just
thank you, parents. Thank you for parents who actually can affirm. Parents who sees that even if it's a silver lining, just see it and help to expand it and magnify it. At least it gives you hope.
Because I tried as much as possible. When I get something small, send to mom, send to dad, at least, or help out in
feel like you're participating.
So that at least also gave them affirmation, but okay, this thing is not, it's working.
This guy knows what he's doing.
Then I have a good friend of mine called Elvis. Who also just getting to speak to him, and actually just he has also recently started a business, so we were getting ourselves there and just speaking,
comrade power,
and just having conversation with such people just gives you that information of okay, by the it's not the end of it. We've just started. Actually, we were, after that conversation, we were like, this 2022 will see us. It at one.
It will. We are here. We are here. We are here.
Coming. We are coming. So getting to also know who to speak to. And I think putting it back also to point of being men, it's good to also know where to be vulnerable.
And who to be vulnerable to.
Yes.
Just in case you get vulnerable to the wrong person, who will break you.
I'm only speaking on behalf of men. Maybe I don't know how, but because I know ladies, you raisi kupata.
Well, maybe sometimes it depends support. On many things, but anyway, but clearly I relate with that.
Yes.
With females, it's easier to feel vulnerable. Yes. It even looks okay to be vulnerable, but for men, which sometimes is not fair.
Like you have to find yourself. Don't be just usikae
kama malenge or something and that time someone is telling you that you're really hurting. And you see, I was reading there's that quote we are talking about that is actually saying men also have emotions. Emotions are not only given to ladies. It's for all humans. All humans have emotions, and these emotions are supposed to just emotional intelligence.
So I think getting to a place where you know where to also, I think, recharge. We talked about bouncing back.
Bouncing back, because if resilience is actually that ability to bounce back after a setback. Here you are, you've started something, it doesn't look like it's going to, again, COVID has come, it has hit, biashara has gone down, and you're feeling like we want to start the other year, and you know where you want to be, but now coming back to that. That's why now I'm able to pick from you some of the factors that can help. Who are you talking to? Yes, you're feeling down, but who is that you're turning to? Who is this you're becoming vulnerable to? That person needs to be a person that actually, sometimes umesha jigonga alafu unajaribu sasa like let's assume you're in a football field. You've hurt your foot and you're trying to come out. Who is this person you're leaning on as you go out? And akikukelelesha like nini ulikuwa unafanya unagonga mawe hapo. I mean, when you are starting this business, kwani hukujua mikeka gani utaosha and all that. That's a very important factor when just to activate resilience. Who are you holding back? Who are you holding on to as you wait and you pick yourself up to come back after whatever setback it has been? Again, something else I've also had, the ability to just allow yourself to be vulnerable. Because sometimes we go into denial. Denial is a defense mechanism in the world of therapy. And most of us walk into the denial because tutaki tu kukubali. I mean, mbaya, let's when you're vulnerable, you're just accepting. You're not hiding behind a defense mechanism. You're just allowing you're